Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. I'm the City Administrator here in St. Peter. Thanks for joining me, whether you're joining me on Facebook, our YouTube channel, or off our webpage, which kind of takes you to that YouTube channel. Thanks for clicking on State of the City. I'm about a week behind, but I do want to cover the workshop from just last week. We had one topic on the workshop from last week, and that was a very gracious visit from Senator Nick Friends and Representative Susie Ackland. Normally, our elected representatives come to visit with us once a year, sometimes twice a year. And so this time they came at the end of the legislative session to kind of wrap things up and talk about what had gone on. And so it takes a lot of time and energy for them to do that. And in fact, the Senate hadn't quite adjourned. So Senator Friends was coming back for the meeting and then had to go back early in the morning the next day, and I think the Senate wrapped up then on that Wednesday, because this was actually on the 5th, just after the 4th of July holiday, which is on the Monday. So the 6th we would have met. The 5th was an official holiday for us. The 4th was on that Sunday. So again, thanks to them for coming and representing us and sharing that information and sharing some perspectives, and even maybe more importantly, listening to some of the issues that the City Council has from a city perspective, but also some of the issues that they shared from a community perspective as well. So it's always great to get together. They were there for maybe an hour, a little bit more, and visited about all kinds of topics, from fire station to voting rights to human rights issues to all kinds of different things they talked about. So it's always great to get together and have that exchange of information and that great discussion. So again, thanks to them, and thanks for the City Council in participating in that. Speaking of that and 4th of July, as I get to other tidbits of information, what a wonderful 4th of July in St. Peter. The Chamber does a wonderful job. So many volunteers help make that thing go for everyone's benefit, everyone to participate in. And I know things were busy down in the park. They sold out of chicken, they sold out of brats, lots of great things happened there, and a wonderful parade for sure. So again, thanks to everyone that participated, and thanks to you if you were here. We had so many people that do a great job when they come and visit us, and they sit on somebody else's boulevard and pick up after themselves. I'm always very impressed with that as a community, and some of our visitors do just a really nice job of picking up after themselves. We try and make sure that there's garbage cans and porta potties and those kind of things to be able to utilize. But again, thanks to everyone that came to visit with us, enjoy the festivities of the parade in Minnesota Square Park, and thanks for picking up after yourself over afterwards. You know, it's great to have a nice party, but we all have some responsibility to pick up. Can't just be the host job alone to do that. So thanks to everyone that participated and helped with that. Let me give an update on the fire station. So last time I visited with you, things had not been finalized yet, but now they are set, in that the state legislature has approved the ability to have a local option sales tax on the local ballot this November. There's still some action that the city, particularly the City Council, has to take to make sure that it gets on the ballot, and I expect that they'll do that in the next couple of weeks for sure. And so I think you can see that there is very high likelihood that ballot issue, a vote on the ballot as to whether a local option sales tax for half a cent can be put in place to help pay for a new fire station in St. Peter. So the council will be talking about that again in the next couple of weeks, taking some action to move that forward if they desire to do that. And if they do move forward, then that will mean if you're a voter in St. Peter, you'll have the opportunity to vote on that and decide how you want to pay for a new fire station. Do you want it all to be on property taxes, or do you want a lot of it to be paid for from a half-cent sales tax? What do you think is the best way to do that? And so that will be on the ballot. We'll have some information coming out. Certainly some open houses, I think, at least one, maybe two open houses at the current fire hall. That will give you information about tax impact, costs. You'll get to see what we have now versus what we're planning to have into the future, what we really need in the future. And so I think there'll be some great promotion and opportunity to participate in that as well. So anyway, watch for that. That'll be coming up. There's some additional planning work that's going to go on as a part of that. So thanks for that. Also want to mention City Council. Here's from the webpage, you see their picture that was taken, in January of last year. And then after January of last year, they were together like this, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times. And then the pandemic came and, boom, then they weren't together again. It was all virtual until now. So I do want to mention that a week or two ago, we started really the process of having city council meetings are back in person. There's no kind of virtual option now. If you want to come to a council meeting, you come to the council chambers and see what's going on. That'll be the case for council meetings and for workshops. So the packet information, like this is tonight's packet, that packet information will still be available online. And we encourage you to participate and take a look at all the great things and important things that are in there. But council meetings will be back in person. Now, boards and commissions will start to be back in person in August. So watch for that. If you're a volunteer in one of those boards or commissions, watch for that. Information will be coming out. And again, thanks for your service. And it's really nice, frankly, to be back in person. I know the people that are in this picture appreciate being back in person as well. So anyway, it's great to be on that positive trend. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Also, MRVT. I don't have a graph for MRVT, but MRVT stands for Minnesota River Valley Transit. And we have a meeting coming up this week, which is hybrid yet, which is virtual actually, 100% virtual. So that meeting will be held virtual, so you can certainly attend that. There's information on our website for that too. But I do want to mention that MRVT is going to continue to provide probably greater than 50,000 rides this year in St. Peter alone. And so, plus Le Sueur, it's St. Peter and Le Sueur together with Minnesota River Valley Transit. And it's a very important service. There are no fares through the end of the year for sure. So if you have never tried transit before, now's a great time for you to give it a try, free, right? Actually, right now, the feds through COVID dollars are helping cover those costs for us. Where we would have charged a fare, they're covering those costs for us. So it's a great time to give it a try. And it's such an important service within our community. So I always want to promote that every once in a while for sure, to people to really understand the importance of that service. The people that use Minnesota River Valley Transit really need Minnesota River Valley Transit. That's how they get to the doctor, how they get to the grocery store, how they get to the barber or the hairdresser. So all those are really important things. And so we're glad that we're able to provide that service. I also want to mention boards and commissions again. This is a picture, obviously, of a card that we can send you to send back into us to volunteer to be on a board or commission. There's also an online way to do that, and so I'll include that below. You can click on that. There's also an online way to do that. But if you're interested in serving on a board and commission, we don't have any openings right now, but we have openings every once in a while, and certainly openings at the beginning of the year. But encourage you to think about that. There's lots of great impact that you can have in making choices and helping steer the community in a positive way. So if you're interested, here's a way to do it, and online is a way that you can do it as well. The other thing that we've done too is that we've made a modification to our website and allow for you to provide a comment or complaint online. So I'll include a link for that too. So before you would call us, most people still will probably call, and that's perfectly cool. But if you want to communicate with us online, there's a form there. It's government, there's a form, but we need something, and then you can hit submit and it comes to us and we can review what your concern is. And sometimes we'll get back to you, sometimes we might not. Maybe it doesn't require us getting back to you, but we'd certainly love to hear from you about what we can do to continue to improve our community. So there's going to be an online version of that. Again, I'll have a link to that below. The last one that I have for you today is to mention that over the next couple of weeks, the biggest part of local street repair is going to go on. So that includes big patches, filling, it includes milling, it includes overlay, it includes seal coating that goes on. And so watch for that. There'll be more specific information that will come out related to that. But over the next 3 weeks, that's when the majority of that work is going to kind of all come to fruition. So watch for that, plan for that. Even when we do seal coating, the block that you live on might be off limits to you for an hour or something like that, maybe 2. But we try and let people know in advance and appreciate your patience with that. And it's part of doing maintenance and keeping our streets healthy and frankly saving you money. When we can do good maintenance and we treat those things, we spend the money on maintenance appropriately, it helps push off long-term rebuilding costs way into the future. So it's much more cost efficient to do good maintenance than it is to have to rebuild things all of the time. That takes a lot more money. So anyway, watch for that. We're excited to continue to do that work and for that to kind of get organized, get going, and certainly to be over with. It's nice to have it over with when it's over too. All right, that's all I have for you today for State of the City, other than to mention, right, here's some ways that you can contact us: email, website, Facebook. You can call us at, we even tweet, there's our Twitter handle, and there's our YouTube page that has our council meetings on it. Lots of commission and board meetings. Certainly the county commissioners are on there, and school board is on there as well. So that's where you can check us out. Whew, that's all I've got for State of the City for today, July 12th. Thanks for clicking on us. Have a great rest of the day.